Again, the Let's Talk Science with Pastor Dan. I'm here in the prayer room, a different environment. I wanted to talk about something that I probably should have gotten to before because it's really important, and that is the concept of forgiveness. Jesus tells us in his word when Peter asked him how often he should forgive his brother, and he thought he was doing well 7 times. Jesus says 70 times 7. And if you look at the original words there, that implies for the same thing for the same day. So 490 times for one offense in the same day. Another infinitely. Now, we look back at the concept of forgiveness. We have a hard time of it. You don't know what he did to me. You don't know how she treated me. And you're right, I don't. The Lord does. And we understand that he went through the same kind of things. On the cross, he was so terribly abused and taken advantage of, but yet on the cross, he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. There are some really important reasons that we need to forgive. Well, the first being that God tells us to. If he tells us to, then it's something we have to do, even if we feel like it. And forgiveness is not always a feeling. It's a decision. And the more that you decide to move in forgiveness, the more the feeling comes, but the feeling doesn't come before the decision is made. Second, a lot of times when we don't forgive, it's causing a blocking for the Spirit. And we're not able to hear from the Lord because that unforgiveness keeps us from interacting with him the way we're supposed to. And additionally, a lot of times sickness and disease comes in. Now, I'm not saying that people who are sick are in unforgiveness, but unforgiveness can block the potential for healing. So we need to understand that forgiveness is good for you, so that way nothing blocks your interaction with God and prevents God's healing from coming down. And lastly, this is something I always like to tell people. A lot of time when we forgive somebody, we're opening a jail. And the thing that we find is the person that we release when we forgive is not the person we're forgiving, it's ourselves. Because a lot of times when we forgive somebody, they may not even care if we forgive them, and that doesn't matter. What matters is you make the decision in your heart to live a life of forgiveness. That way, God's able to do all things. Now, we hear in the scripture to pray for those who probably use you in such a way, dump coals on them and think, oh, good, I get back at them. That's not what that meant at all. Back at that time, it was a blessing to put coals onto a turban to keep them warm. So you're able to be blessing to them, and then God can bless you back. So all those things are to say, walk in forgiveness. It's not easy. I understand. We've all been there. But trust in the Lord. And in the end, he'll make it possible. And he'll bless and he'll make things right. So that's my thoughts. Hopefully not too bad. Take care. God bless. Bye.